Hello and welcome to Kennywood. It's been 2 years, well really a year and a half. It's been 2 years because it was the Halloween season when I was here last, and I generally try to come every year. And thankfully, unlike one particular visit, I haven't showed up to an empty park, no employees. I'm here to ride Steel Curtain once again, or so I hope, as it's reopened after some modifications over the previous seasons to provide some more stability to the ride. And it's not still seen a perfect season yet, as I believe it might only be on one train today. In fact, it's not even running right now, so hopefully we'll be able to get on it. But there are other favorites here that I'm looking forward to getting on today, including, of course, Phantom's Revenge, one of my favorite coasters, period. And also the great woodies that they have, including Thunderbolt, Racer, and Jackrabbit. Also hoping to get on the Old Mill, their classic dark ride, boat water ride that was not open despite its refurbishment my last visit here. So I got a couple of priorities, so let's get inside the park. Let's not waste any more time in a parking lot. Kennywood 2025. I'm going to be frank, I don't know what to expect from today because a very weird security check. Kennywood is not shy with security. There's some fully uniformed individuals at the gate making sure that you behave. Obviously this park has had some issues in the past. I've come down this ramp and there's nobody coming down this side. They're all coming down on the other side. So I don't know what's going on with the traffic situation. Maybe a lot of first timers here. This has literally been, I think, my 6th visit to Kennywood, which is remarkable to think about, but coming from where I come from, but definitely a favorite park. Now, if I was smart, I would think I probably need to go to Steel Curtain immediately, based on this crew. Okay, it is running, but I'm nervous about what I'm about to encounter here. Literally been 6 years since I've been on this ride and I'm still not convinced I'm actually going to get on it, so fingers crossed. But we're in the back seat. Looking good so far.
You can scream, you can shout, but it's too late to get out. You're going 220 feet in the air upside down 9 times. Enjoy your ride on the Steel Curtain. Enjoy that view, it only lasts for a little bit. Bye-bye. for anything that gets lost, damaged, or stolen. I will not be going for a swim in the lagoon if anything falls in there. It will stay there. So please leave all your great lap bar. Welcome back, riders. How was that ride?
How was it?
Good to hear. Once your train
park isn't that busy, as you can probably tell from the pass, as I'm leaning into the back section now, because yeah, Jackrabbit's now on an hour wait, and also the racers queue is full, so I'm gonna go to the opposite side. I have a little over 4 hours left to enjoy the day.
Such as hats, phones, glasses, and keys. Loose items will be lost on this ride. Please leave all loose articles with the non-driver.
Consecutive rides on Phantom's Revenge done. Definitely played it right, as they're now holding a line there, and the wait has increased substantially as everyone's figured out the deal with Steel Curtain. I will say, it is an airtime machine that you're really not prepared for if you don't know anything about this ride. It's ridiculous. Now, I found that I don't think I've really done that many rides in the front, and I did manage to accomplish that today. One ride in the front, and I don't know how much you could marathon that, because even on the knees, like, you just get popped out of the train so fast and ridiculously. Fantastic, fantastic ride. And it's probably in my top 10 steals in North America, just because I was really worried back in the day about the retrofit, or the new envisioning of this ride by Morgan, and boy did they deliver. You didn't really know what to expect after the inversion focused ride from before, but that second drop is just still one of the best ones in any coaster anywhere in the world. So much room in the train. There he goes, Phantom's Revenge, a fantastic ride. Done before, at least amusement park wise. It's a ride that I've never been on, so I'm gonna go take care of that here in Lost Kennywood. So let's go over there now.
Police said no more than 3 riders. Yep.
got a sploosh in a while. Nice and dry now in Kennywood. A nice ride on the giant wave here, and also did the whip just before that. Never been on a whip before, and it actually surprised me that it's taken so long for me to get on one. And yeah, they're a very rare item. There's one at Camden Park, which unfortunately is not going to be visited this year, but it is on my radar to get to very soon. A nice classic old-timey amusement ride / carnival ride. Fun fair ride, whatever you want to call it, but it's of the era because it certainly looks like it's 100 years old, if not from the original days or the opening of this park, which would make it over 125 years old. Yeah, definitely comment below if you know any better than I do. Black Widow is kind of like on the fence. It looks like they're actually just loading it right now, so I'm going to run over there because I've never been on that ride either. Finally got on Black Widow, and if the ride op or the team member that I chatted with about this ride that said I was a curse to the park, he said he would get it running for me. I want to thank you for that because it was a great ride. Definitely one of my favorite types of flat rides. Really amazing perspectives over the park. If you've been on this type of ride, you really know what to expect, and this one is no different than many, except it is fairly high. So yeah, definitely enjoyed the cycle. It was long enough to be entertaining and enjoyable. I do believe the one at La Ronde is a little bit longer, but no complaints whatsoever. Definitely a quality ride and well worth waiting for. Yeah, fantastic ride, Black Widow. All right, let's move on. All done with Kennywood. Time to get back to the traditional end of the park. We'll do a couple walkthroughs, maybe get on a couple coasters. Who knows? I don't know what's waiting for me over there. It's definitely gotten much busier. No matter what, having a great time here at Kennywood. Thunderbolt unfortunately is closed. I'm not so, as much as I love the ride, it's always a bit frustrating trying to get onto it as a solo rider, as you gotta haggle people to get into a seat before you even get in line. But we'll capture it next time. It was running some test runs earlier, so I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, it's not a ride. It tends to be a finicky ride over the years. Ghostwood Estate is on a half-an-hour wait, so as much as I love that ride, I pretty much do it every time I come here, so we're gonna give that a pass as well. So I believe this is a newer section of the park since last time I was here, and some of these rides are pretty cool and unique, as you can see. I'm loving the construction / public service theme here. Now you even have like, it's interactive, you got like little holes you gotta squirt the gun into. This is a pretty cool ride. I'm loving this like crane here they got set up. It's actually, they're working on it right now. I actually noticed it first thing when I came in here. It's a crane on crane situation. Oh, it's actually the drop tower. How cool is that they theme that?
But they were saving it for the family.
Crane on crane.
Hi, I'm Jillian, Kennywood's Operations Kennywood.
All right, real names.
I'm Joel, and besides being the voice of Kennywood, I've been one of the park's electricians for about 3 decades. And that's why this train has become known as the Gimbals Flyer. The coaches and theme of the ride have changed over the years, but it took its first ride here at Kennywood in 1945.
And the Parkside Cafe and the Carousel Burger Company are the only 2 remaining structures from that period.
In 1906, and if you know where to look.
In those early years, visitors enjoyed
During the Roaring 20s, the Jackrabbit, Racer, and Pippin all use the natural topography of our land, and each has its own uniqueness.
This is also the decade that the famous Kennywood arrows were first seen to help travelers find the park. In 1930, in the dark, these would be the last new attractions for many years because of the Great Depression.
Many parks had to close. Kennywood survived due to the dedication of its guests and employees.
You worked here back then, didn't you?
I'm not that old.
Admission was free in those days, and many people spent these.
Eventually, the Depression subsided, and in 1936, Kennywood built a new walk-through dark ride, Noah's Ark. Ironically, this was also the year of Pittsburgh's Great St. Patrick's Day flood.
Out of the Depression and into the war era, World War II was a driving force in the 1940s. Kennywood's own radio station, the Voice of Kennywood.
I recognize that name.
I'm sure you do. But this Voice of Kennywood would broadcast news from the front lines of the war from the middle of the park.
1941 provided some much-needed laughter with the debut of Laughing Sal. And the post-war baby boom saw the addition of the Little Dipper roller coaster and an expansion of Kiddieland, which was one of the largest in America. And as the nation entered into the television age in the 1950s, so did Kennywood. Our band shell became host to many celebrities of the day: the Lone Ranger, Clarabelle the Clown from the Howdy Doody Show, and my favorite, the Three Stooges, just to name a few. That decade also saw the addition of our fall fantasy parades and the fondly remembered kitty Cadillacs.
We were here the last day. The 1960s and 70s were challenging times for Kennywood. With the emergence of theme parks, Kennywood had to make big changes to compete. We saw the addition of the popular gas-powered turnpike ride in 1966. Kennywood is a place to escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and create new memories together.
We hope you enjoyed your ride on the old Kennywood Railroad. We look forward to entertaining you and your family for generations to come.
We're almost back at the station. Please make sure that you gather all your loose articles and remain seated until the station attendant gives you the all clear.
Just having a bit of a chill out. I was very hungry because I actually got on the road early to get here. Didn't get here in time for opening. It was, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes past opening. Just some insight, like sometimes when you're shooting an intro, getting in, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna arrive at the park for rope drop. But yeah, you gotta shoot an intro, you gotta shoot this and all that kind of stuff. B-roll, if you will. But regardless of that, I'm now here to chill for a little bit of lunch with 2 hours left in my day. All right, all done the pizza, and actually it was very delicious. I have nothing really fault-wise to say about that.
Cell phones, flashes, and hands are not permitted on this ride. Please secure them.
Just had a nice little journey on 6-7 the ride. I'll give it 6-7. I don't even know what 6-7 means, but I've been hearing it all the time the last 2 days. I'm sure it means mediocre, but you kids that are able to watch this video might be able to tell me. I actually rode the Racer. Solid ride. You know, sometimes I think it's a mediocre coaster and then I forget about those airtime hills that actually do like swooping turns, and the fact that the largest hill is actually at the end of the ride as far as I am aware. Yeah, it's a really cool ride. Mobius Loop, the only one in North America, or at least in the States for sure. Excellent ride. I think I have 2 more rides left today if I manage to pull them through, because I have about 40 minutes left, and that's going to be the 2 things I wanted to do that I said at the beginning of the video. So let's see how successful I am.
Any loose items taken on this ride will get lost or broken. Leave phones, cameras, keys outside of the platform or with a non-rider. As the train arrives in the station, please wait for the gates to open before taking to board.
Okay, well, Skyrocket 2, as I predicted, was on a much shorter wait than the beginning of the day. 15 minutes, got on it real quick. I've done the old mill. I pretty much did everything I wanted to do. And we're just gonna go over to Jackrabbit to see how long the wait is. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on it, which would be controversial to come to Kennywood and not do that. But you know, it's a universally popular ride, so it is what it is. Now, the old mill I did manage to get done as well, and it was a great ride. A lot of sort of like neon colored black light effect scenes. And you know, there was a guy, Harold, who was up to no good. He was a stinky fellow, essentially. I did notice a couple of orange cats in there, which is kind of, I believe, a homage to the Garfield that was in that ride before, or was the theming of that ride before, so that was kind of cool. I really like the sort of blacked out sections with the creepy sounds as well that really kind of added to the atmosphere. You never knew if something might pop out at you. So even though it wasn't a scary ride, it had a real scary atmosphere, which was definitely great, and super immersive and quiet back in that section too. Definitely loved it. Don't miss it if you're here. A quality ride.